Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. We're looking at S&P 500 and mini futures, and we're going to talk about how we can use price action rules to help us navigate the market. So as a price action trader, I had to start doing the pre-market structure analysis to see what I'm working with. And right now, when I'm analyzing a structure like this, if I'm trying to identify what is the directional bias of the market, it's not easy task to do because it's really quite sideways, nothing with it established. We have an uptrend that played out with a break new high. Now we're breaking below EMA, so I know that I am trading some form of a trend range, okay? There is no trading structure in either direction. This is some form of a consolidation. The problem is, the key levels are not static. There's so much empty room, so this is one of those consolidations where I cannot really reliably sell at the highs and buy at the bottom because the key levels are not confirmed. It's all over the place. So now what I have to do as a trader is I need to identify the fact that the bias is neutral, structure is not clear, and I have to remain patient until something clean appears because I want to take a setup that has edge in my favor, and right now there is nothing really that established. I was expecting new low for this downtrend, so I was looking for a second entry short at the EMA, but we quickly broke above EMA. So once I saw this, I was like, okay, this is too choppy, too whipsawy, and I'm just gonna sit in my hands. I'm not even looking for trades because why there's no new extreme for the downtrend, back above EMA, there is no bullish trend. So right now I'm just patiently waiting and I want to see something clear develop. This is important skill that you have to have, recognize where structure is not clear, and you have to wait for structure to be clear, confirm key entry point so you know what kind of pattern you're looking for. For example, we have a second entry long now, but I can't take it because this downtrend didn't get new extreme. We broke below EMA here. This downtrend doesn't have new low pulley, but mainly we're below EMA. EMA is in all these bars, so I don't want to go long just yet, so I'm just waiting patiently. Can't take anything. I cannot take a short setup. Really, nothing is confirmed. Market is trending lower, so now what I'm predicting is I'm going to measure the first leg down, something like this. Copy it, put it at the bottom. We actually have measured two-leg pullback down, and it's starting to look like we may have some consolidation on our hands, okay? Maybe something like this, but this is just about to be established, not even that. This is just consolidation that I'm taking into consideration in case we're going to have a bunch of confirmations. But I can see two broad legs down. Downtrend played out with the break push to a new extreme. Now, I didn't like going long here because simply structure is still quite unclear. The range is not getting that established. But you have measured move down. I guess you can consider more advanced aggressive trader can take some small scalp here. I don't really like it because structure is not that clear. But you can consider. I don't like taking high-low right into the EMA. It's either far away from the EMA, so you have room to scalp out, or above EMA. So I just can't really take it just yet because if the EMA is going to hold, you're going to have second entry short and you're going to get trapped. So I have to be careful. Okay, market is going higher and structure is still super unclear. Okay, market is still going sideways. This is no trade zone. Once again, I'm not even looking for trades. Market is moving super slow, super choppy. So once again, as a trader, it is a skill to sit on your hands and remain patient because that means you're not forcing trades, okay? So it doesn't seem that way. It seems like you're not doing anything productive, like you're not being a good trader, but sitting on your hands and not looking for trades when the structure is choppy and not clear is actually a trading skill that you need to develop and you need to use. Okay, inside bar here, we're breaking below EMA. I don't think we can take lower high above EMA. Uptrend played with the break, new extreme. I can look for some two legs up, something like this. So I can see that we're going quite sideways, so this trend range is maybe valid. In the meantime, I have to follow short-term trends like this. Okay, so let's see what price action is going to do. We have a failed second entry long, but we're not fully at the EMA with the body. The signal bar is not that great. You can see the body is far from the EMA. Signal bar has a tail at the bottom, so I'm just going to wait. And this is interesting setup. This is, you can treat it basically as a visual failed second entry long. Now it's much closer to the EMA, stronger bearish bar. This is more advanced trade. It is great signal bar, great momentum off the EMA. The downtrend needs to get new extreme, two legs up. We're coming out to range highs. You know, this is a decent setup. Technically just first entry short, but you have to treat it as a visual failed second entry long. I'm actually going to mark this, even though it's not super friendly beginner setup because the counting technique needs to be a little bit adjusted. So if you're a beginner trader and you wait it, not a big deal. But more advanced trader can consider because it pull back to the EMA. It is part of a second entry long, great signal bar. EMA holding strongly, probably gonna go lower. Okay, bad signal bar, I can't really go long. No trigger to go long, and even had there been trigger, I don't like going long just yet, because every single time you can draw just slightly wider channel like this, you don't want to go long just yet. You prefer some broad break push to an extreme, and price action keeps trading lower like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw wider downtrend like this, because the move is too seamless, too structured. We're ignoring the trading range. At the time I had my key level a little bit higher. You can have it like this. So right now what I'm paying attention to is this downtrend working lower. It's nice, established, and this is when I'm starting to pay attention. Finally, we have some confirmed short-term channel. Structure is a little bit easier to read. We left this horrible mess, horrible chop, and now since this downtrend is in play and you have a lowest low right here, I'm looking for second entry short at the EMA. We have a new low, lowest low, first attempt to sell, pull back, can I get a second entry short? Okay, EMA is holding, and I have a beautiful signal bar for the second entry short. New low here, first attempt to sell, pull back, second attempt to sell. You can see how broad these two legs up are, which is a good sign that there is no wider uptrend. So uptrend played out with a break, push to new high. There's also minute triple test, bounce here, bounce here, bounce here. So there's a second entry short triple test, and also you can see kind of like a breakout, pullback of this previous key level. Prices tested it, the sellers are present in the market. The downtrend needs to get new extreme according to trendline rule, and you can already tell that everything is aligning here. Okay, you have a downtrend that needs new low according to rules. You have breakout, pullback, two legs up, correction played out. We're below EMA at the key entry point, great signal bar. And this is great high probability setup. Second entry short, triple test. This was actually one and only trade that I took for today. And you can see how simple trading can be if you just wait for everything to align. Okay, I was super patient here. I wasn't even looking for trades. It was unclear. It was all over the place. Too choppy, range not fully established. So I was not even looking for trades. But now that you can see price action nicely established, just take advantage of where everything aligns. And this is a high probability setup. And this is where trading gets easier, and this is what we are interested, because the edge is super strong on our side, and we have great push to new extreme and the downtrend played out with the break, push to new low. It comes with experience to understand what areas are unclear, because I remember when you're a novice trader, you kind of don't know what is unclear and what is clear. You're kind of looking for trades on pretty much every candle. You're kind of too eager, but you have to trust me on this. Once you get more experience, it will be painfully obvious where the structure is too choppy, unclear, and you'll be able to recognize that, okay, I'm supposed to be sitting on my hands, and the other way, you will be able to identify where you know what's happening, the structure is clear. So it just takes a little bit more time. Trading is a real skill. It's like learning a foreign language. You need to have more screen time under your belt, but once you get more experience, you will be able to discern where you have to be patient and where you have to execute. And this was the precise area where everything aligned. Great hyperbolic setup. Breaking extreme. So what's going through my head now? Well, if I'm going to zoom back, we have some loaded important key level, and this big structure is a trading range. So ideally, I would like to see some strong push above EMA, felt second entry short. I'm thinking more bullish. I'm looking for some reversal, but EMA held here, not something I want to see, but not a big deal. Reversal can be wider. Okay, I don't think I can take no long. I have a short-term channel that played out. I don't want to go long at the top of the move. Double bar entry not that great. Okay, there was wider channel, something like this. Even this has a breaking new high, and there is no reversal. We're back below EMA. Okay, so even the wider channel played out, so there is no reversal yet. So right now we're just going sideways. This is interesting. You have a new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long, failure, and mini new low, first entry short, second entry short. So this right here is a double high probability setup. Problem is, yes, double high probability setup is very strong, but you still want to have good strong context. To me, I was my break. I was just about to leave, but to me, it's too choppy, too sideways. I don't think I would pull the trigger here. Yes, it's double high probability setup, but just simply too sideways. I guess you can take a risk, but you know, it's quite sideways. Not that great of a setup. This breakout pullback is a little bit better now, because you can now draw slightly wider downtrend like this. This is more interesting setup because you kind of left the consolidation, breakout pullback, you have a lower high, but in this case, the signal bar is weak. The signal bar is doji. So it's not cooperating, combined with the fact that we're going quite sideways once again. I have to mark it more aggressive. Maybe if you have some better bar on your chart, because tick charts can sometimes vary based on the data provider, if you reload the data, etc. So if you have some stronger bearish bar closing here, breakout pullback would be okay, but in my chart it's quite weak. Okay, bad signal bars, second entry short right into these lows, I can't take it, even though it worked. Okay, let me draw the uptrend, lower high, but uptrend can be drawn a little bit wider like this. I don't think we can take it. Push to a new extreme. I'm going to adapt to slightly wider channel like this. I'm still getting confirmations. Okay, break, new low, everything played out, and now price action is breaking above EMA. So what's going through my mind is this right here. If I'm going to zoom back, can I be thinking about aggressively buying, let's say high low here, okay, at the EMA? Not really, because there's so much empty room here and you have so many lower highs. It was too bearish. So I would like to see preferably uptrend breaking these highs so I can look for second entry long. But at the same time, I can't look for anything broader. You know, this is tempting, but it's too broad for a trailing range. You can see how sideways we've been working. So this is another area where I have too many conflicting variables. It looks like it's too sideways for some broader downtrend, super broad. I can't play this. We were in trailing range. At the same time, you know, it was too bearish for me to just aggressively be buying. I need some proven uptrend first. So let's see what's going to happen. Maybe we get uptrend, maybe we don't. We're back below EMA. Okay, so I definitely have to pause looking to go long. At the same time, I can't really sell. No good setup. Uptrend doesn't have a new high. No good wider downtrend. So this is once again another area of development. These areas are tricky. Traders are trying to find a reason to take a setup, but the setup is not really there. The context is not there. You know, what if there's a downtrend? What if uptrend is going to get new high? On top of that, you have consolidation, even in all these bars. You know, no trade zone. We want everything to align. We just have to be patient. It's sometimes hard because this took an hour. This entire mess took an hour. So you just simply cannot stare at the screen. Go do something else. Otherwise, you will pull the trigger. You will manufacture a reason to take a setup. Okay, we have one leg up. Break. Second leg up. Uptrend played out with the break. Push to new extreme, perfect measure move, reversal down. Okay, I'm gonna draw downtrend working lower, something like this. I'm looking for second entry short at the EMA to test the new low for this downtrend. Okay, can I get a second entry short at the EMA? We're above, but we don't have no triple test, no kilo, nothing, so I cancel second entry short above EMA. And now the market is about to close. It's getting too late. This is the overall structure for today. Today is a great example that even when the structure is hard to trade and it's very hard to put the finger on what the bias is, you can still find a few decent high probability setups. I took only one trade today, this one right here, but it's pretty much only thing you need. If you can take one good setup and be done for the day during difficult trading days, then you're still happy, because next few days may be much easier to trade and you can find more setups. So this is pretty much your job. When the structure is choppy, just remain patient when there's too many conflicting variables. And once you get one or two good trades, you have to execute because the context got clear. So hopefully today's lesson was helpful, educational. Hopefully you didn't push too many trades, force too many trades, because there are a lot of unclear areas. This area right here, this area right here as well. So quite a choppy structure overall. But I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day, and I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.